Hey everybody! Well, today I thought we'd take another look at one of these really cool resin art pieces from ResinartYPC. So on Etsy is where I found this. I did a video previously showing one that was a space shuttle and an astronaut. Now this one has an underwater theme to it. It's a bigger one too. I decided to see what the bigger size ones look like. So we're going to try and check this one out. And these things are handmade. They're really nice. They're really nice pieces. And they light up, which is also really cool. Alright, so they are always packaged very nicely as well. Now, as I mentioned, ooh, that one's going to be a big one I can see right off the bat. Alright, let's take a look. Boy, this is a sizable one compared to the last one I had. Oh, right. This is cool. So they also provide a couple of little fun things here. There's a nice little, get all this stuff out of the way. They give you this nice little bag just like the last time. So it has ResinartYPC. Nice little underwater scene and astronauts. The last one I showed you was the astronaut and the space shuttle. This one's going to have some underwater stuff to it. And then there's also this little thing they provide. I love how that's kind of a heart shape. And inside here is a card. And this tells you, in case you have any problems with the lighting or how the light works, this tells you how to fix it. There's like a little cork thing on the bottom that you can dig out. And then also you can see that these are handmade. You can see the lathe. So just like the last one. So this is very cool. Alright, so let me see if I can get this thing unwrapped and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so I got the main bubble wrap off. So this is what we have on the inside now. So it looks like we got these little side pieces here. Man, this thing's heavy. Very heavy. Alright, let me get all this off of here. Now this on the side, this is a power cable. Like I said, this does light up. I love how heavy that is. Alright, so let me get this out of here. So I'll show you this in just a second because I'm really anxious to see how this is going to look. Let me unwrap this thing. They got these nice little stickers for their company right here. Alright. Get this thing unwrapped. Ooh, I can already see a little bit of it right there. Like I said, this is an underwater scene. Oh my gosh, I'm already seeing, oh my gosh, wow. Ooh, wow. Alright, let me get this paper out of the way. Oh, wow. Look at this. Let me get it turned the right way. Oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful this is. I'm trying not to get the light reflection. Let me see if I can move this light sideways. Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Alright, so I'm going to get a close-up of this so we can really take a look at it. My God, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, let me get a close-up of it. Okay, now we can check it out in all of this beautiful glory. Oh, this thing is so beautiful. So now let's take a close look inside. You can see that that is a shipwreck. An old shipwreck down on the bottom of the ocean. And then here it is, a cool looking octopus is checking it out. Try to see if I can light him up a little bit. It's kind of creepy looking, and that's why I liked it. It just has a really kind of deep sea look. I don't think I could ever be a deep sea diver. I would get too freaked out. But look at all the detail inside there. And that's very similar to what I had on my, I'm trying not to get some glare, sorry about that. On the shuttle one, it's like they painted the inside of the wood to kind of give it that look, kind of bring out the details. You can see the top of it right there. It's really cool. And this is cedar wood because I can smell the cedar, and I love the smell of cedar, so it has a really nice smell. Oh, this is so neat looking. And it's huge. It's actually huge. Now, there's different variations of this as well, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But I wanted to point out a couple of other neat things about this. So as I was checking it out, I was noticing that if you look at the wood here, notice how the wood, so each one of these is unique. You're not going to, if you order one of these, it's going to look slightly different from this. But notice how the top right there, there's even some resin right in this spot right here. So it's like, see if I can get it reflecting in the light right there. So there might have been like a dip in the wood right there. And even this tiny little spot right here, that's got a little bit of resin in it. If I can catch the light on it to reflect it. And right there. So they even filled in these little imperfections, which is really neat. Now if I turn it this way on the bottom, God, I love the smell of this cedar. It's fantastic. Here you can see that there's like a whole section right here that was probably like some kind of a gap in the wood or a knot, and they filled that in. So everything's nice and smooth. This wood looks really nice, by the way. There's the back side of it. So yeah, it's definitely more well, either way you display it, it'll look nice, but I think it's more impressive looking at it from, this is actually the back side, because there's the plug-in for the light, which I'll show you here in just a minute. But probably this way is the way it's intended to be shown, since it has the plug in the back, and also because the details in the wood show more towards the front. Wow, and I mean the acrylic or the resin is polished. I mean, it's absolutely polished to a T. And the line between the wood and the resin is just perfect. I mean, you can barely even feel where that meets up. Oh, God, that's so cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this thing lit up. Now, it does come with this power cable, as I mentioned. So it is a plug-in right here. Has this really nice switch to turn it on and off. You are going to have to provide your own power cable, because it does have a USB connector here. So now on the back, as I showed, there is this little connector point. So you just plug this in like that. Alright, so let me get this plugged in, and then we'll check it out when it's all lit up. Alright, so let me go ahead and turn on the light to get it started now that I got my studio lights off. Ooh, oh, that looks awesome. Oh my gosh. Alright, now let me turn off the other light so we can see it in total darkness. Oh, there it is. Oh, man. Oh, that is so cool. That is really awesome. Oh my gosh. I love the way the light is beaming through right here. And it's angled perfectly, because it's lighting up the derelict ship, and it's also lighting up the octopus down there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to get close-ups of this one. Okay, so let's zoom in on this. Now, I've got to say that it really looks like it's underwater. I mean, it has a really kind of eerie look to it. Now, once again, like in my previous video showing the astronaut and the shuttle, the camera is overcompensating for the light, because that looks really bright right there, but it's much more subdued in person. And also, the whole lighting of the whole thing is much more subdued. It looks much brighter on camera than it actually is. And in real life, it looks better, because it actually has more of a creepy kind of look to it. Although it really shows up good on camera, because now you can see everything in here. But here you can see the details of the octopus, because you couldn't really see that before. You can really see how he looks. Pretty realistic looking octopus, I gotta say. And then here's the sunken ship. That looks so awesome. I mean, it really does look like it's underwater. And look how the rock faces are all lit up as well. The painted detail really helps bring out those details down here. Oh, that looks so cool. That is really, really neat, the way it kind of drops off. Now, as I mentioned, there's different versions of this, and there's different sizes. So this is the large one, as I mentioned, and this one's expensive, I'm not going to lie. This thing was $300 for this. There's a smaller version, which I can't remember how much I paid for that one. I bought a smaller one, and I realized I probably should have bought the big one, and it was already shipped, so I'm going to give that smaller one to my parents, because I think they're going to like it. And in that one, it's just exactly like this, but there's two divers over here. There's like two scuba divers that are swimming in that area right there, and it's probably a smaller ship and maybe a smaller octopus, I'm guessing. I'm not really sure. I'll have to see when I get it. But I think I liked the bigger one because it had this extra rock face over here, and just has a little more room. And also because the light, I think, is further away, so it kind of makes it a little less bright. But this is so cool. See if I can get a front view of this. Kind of see what it looks like from this side. And up above here, just has a little bit of light coming out of there. Oh, that looks so cool. I don't know if I can turn this around because the cable is in the way. Let me see. This is what it looks like from the other side. It's just so expertly crafted. I mean, this thing is so beautifully made. It's amazing they could make this kind of a thing. Now, there's other things, there's some other ones I want to get. I mean, they're all kind of the same theme as far as like the kind of rock face up here and rock face down here, depending on the size that you get. But they have one that has stingrays in it. I love stingrays. It would be really cool to get the stingray one. There's another one that has sea turtles. Oh, that would be cool to get the sea turtle one. And then there's one that's more tall. It's like it's like a column, and it's square shaped, and it's called Breaching Whale, and it has a whale breaching at the top. And then there's another one down below, and they all have lights just like this, so it lights up the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, they're so beautifully done. It's amazing. I just love this resin stuff. So there we go, the ResinartYPC sculpture. I'll put a link down in the description below, and you can check out all the different ones they have. They have a whole bunch of different ones. I'm not being sponsored by them. Once again, I should mention, I just happened to find them on Etsy, and I just thought it was really cool. So they're not doing a sponsorship or anything for this video. There's another company whose name I won't mention, who also makes this kind of stuff, and I ordered the smaller one from them, and I gotta say their shipping is super slow. I'm still waiting on that piece. I've ordered 2 pieces from ResinartYPC, and they both showed up immediately. I mean, they got here in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks at the most, but I'd say about a week and a half. And so their shipping time is much, much quicker than the other one. So I would definitely recommend this company if you're going to buy one of these. But as I said, they're different prices, so you're going to have to look around. There's a whole bunch of different kinds that you can check out. And I'm kind of hooked on these right now. I want to get the stingray one and the sea turtle one too, because I think that these are just so neat. They just look so cool. I love kind of how eerie they are. It's really awesome. All right, well anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. And until the next video, thank you very much, and I will see you on the next one. So have a good one.